We have breaking news. Let's get right to it.
Past 24 hours, we've seen 34 new cases of COVID-19 here in Utah.
Following breaking news out of Utah, a magnitude 5.7 earthquake hitting just after 7 a.m. local time, about 10 miles west of Salt Lake City.
We need 100 to 150,000 tests a day.
What is going on in the world? Isolation 20 podcast, episode number 68. I am DreRawka. I am your host. Hopefully you're having a great day. It is finally clear here in Salt Lake City. You know, we've been getting hit by a snowstorm after snowstorm after snowstorm, and it just hasn't let up, but it has today. So it's a beautiful day outside. First time I heard birds chirping in a while, and it's awesome. I hope you are doing well. Today we're going to be jumping into a lot of things, man. Creed 3. Yep, went and watched that. I'll give my breakdown on that. California couple left behind at sea in Costco, screwing some things up in the news. Oh man, what a weekend we got into. Oh yeah, and by the way, you have a chance to win $50 with What's That Noise, and that's coming up next. So make sure you stick around for that, all right? Thank you so much for tuning in. Me and the fam, when I say fam, me and my son, Tavian, which is my oldest son, my wife, on Friday, it was a half day at school. Wife took the day off, and I took a longer lunch, right? It took some time away from work, and we went and seen Creed 3. Now, this is the trilogy, all right? I'm going to give my full breakdown in the sports segment. I figured I would save that. Because a lot of people are talking mess on Michael B. Not me. I love Michael B. Jordan, right? UFC 285 went down. That was a lot of fun. A lot of friends came out. It was a weird time for me, man, because I love John Jones. Now, the fighter John Jones, right? And I was nervous, right? He stepped up to heavyweight fight, and it just got really, really nerve-wracking. Like, I felt like I was, like, one of my close friends was about to fight. So I was nervous the whole night for no reason. This guy doesn't know me. He'll probably never know me. But here I am, nervous, not knowing what's going on. Drake making a bet on him. Man, it was awful. It was an awful time to be a John Jones fan. But that's coming up in the sports segment. Today, I literally did nothing but work. And I worked on some clips. If you haven't seen the latest episode of Unrestricted with my man DJ 150 Proof, you are missing out. Go check that out. It dropped today, which today is Tuesday, not January. Damn, what the hell? Today is not January. March 7th. I'm all over the place, man. I apologize. It's been an interesting day. But yeah, man, I dropped that. That was a lot of fun. It was fun to get to know him outside of just like DJing and work, right? Getting to know where he's from, which is Long Island, New York. And, you know, we're celebrating 50 years of hip hop, and him coming from the Mecca of hip hop, New York. It's like, what was that feeling like? Was it different, right? A lot of people, I think it would be like the equivalent of people being like, coming to Salt Lake and expecting to be like pilgrims and like women with, Warren Jeffs type of thing, right? They see these documentaries and whatnot, and then they get here and they're like, oh no, it's just like my city, just a little different, right? But yeah, it was fun to get to know him a little bit better on the personal level. I've heard a lot of interviews and sit downs with him, and it's been cool to kind of pick his brain on the other side of things, which is more in depth on like what was it like living in 9/11 in New York, right? What was that feeling like? So make sure you go check that out. That was a lot of fun. And salute to everybody that has bought a hoodie, a shirt, a sweatshirt. I really appreciate the support. It doesn't go unnoticed, man. It is tough being a podcaster out in these streets, man. It's tough, man. It's tough. But hey, man, we're making it through, and I just appreciate the support. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, like I said, man, you have a chance to win $50 with What's That Noise. Do you want to jump into it? Do you really want to try to win this $50? It's a new noise. The last noise, nobody picked it up. Nobody won the money. They got really close, but nobody won the money. Let's jump into What's That Noise.
Are you sick of podcasts that just interview people with the same questions and gossiping nonsense?
Are you tired of hearing about what's wrong with the world? Can you locate your nearest orphanage?
Who cooked the Last Supper?
R.I.P. Mr. Potato Head.
Seppuku Harakiri.
Where is Mavis Beacon?
This is Hos.
And this is host Beefy.
Listen to the Beans and Rice podcast.
Exclusively in Braille and all streaming platforms.
Patent pending.
What?
What is that noise? 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. Now, this is a brand new noise. Nobody was able to get the last one, but I have a feeling we're going to get a winner on this one. It's a little bit difficult, but hey, it's $50, man. I'm not a rich podcaster. I don't got a whole bunch of shmoney, but I want to help. I want to incentivize you some way, somehow. Okay, 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. If you can guess what this number is, I will be sending you some shmoney. Good luck. It's a good noise, and I'm looking for the specific answer, right? So if you say something generic, right, like a man walking, I need a little bit more specific, right? But here's the noise again. Not easy. 385-240-4666 is the number. Matter of fact, just program it. You know what I mean? Put Dre, put Isolation 20, put Unrestricted, whatever you want to put in. Maybe you tune into just Isolations, or maybe you tune into just Unrestricted, or maybe you tune into both of them. Make sure you lock the number in. Put it in your phone right now. 385-240-4666 is the number for What's That Noise. You can literally save it in your phone and just shoot a text. Anytime you listen to the pod, you're like, yo, I think it's this. Just shoot the text. Shoot it. Here's the noise again. Good luck. Get those guesses in right now.
Hey, Dre, would you calm down for a moment and just let me talk? Just at this point, you're just rambling, all right? What's up, everybody? I go by the name of Will Wonder, and I have a podcast called The Will Wonder Pod. I know, super original name, but I promise you'll love it. We talk sports, we talk music, and generally have some really interesting interviews with people that are doing some really cool things. So make sure you check it out wherever you get your podcast. Once again, that is The Will Wonder Pod. All right, Dre, go on about your business, whatever the fuck you were talking about.
The name says it all.
You know my name.
This is Are You Dumb?
Now I know what you're probably thinking. Dre, you are speeding through this episode. I kind of am. I got things I got to do, and I got deadlines I got to meet. But I want to make sure that we're having a good time, right? Welcome to Are You Dumb? Okay, so in this portion of the podcast, I literally just cover kind of dumb news within the internet, things that happened to me, things that I've seen. And I came across this article where a California couple has filed a $5 million lawsuit against a tour company in Hawaii, which it claims abandoned them in the middle of the ocean while snorkeling on their tour. Now imagine, you know, pandemics happen. This snorkeling trip has been canceled because of the pandemic, but now we're back, right? The tour company says, hey, come on back. We're rescheduled. We are good to go. And you go on this amazing tour. You're driving out, right, in the ocean, Hawaii. You see dolphins, right? Other couples are having a great time. Yeah, they're drinking Mai Tais. Oh, it's a blast. Then you get into the ocean, and it's you and your husband and your wife, or your wife and your wife, or your husband and husband, whatever it is. You're diving down there. And you're seeing little Nemos, right? You're seeing little Finding Nemo. You're seeing the clownfishes. You're seeing little Squidward down there. You're seeing, you know, a bunch of other nature, beautiful things, right? And you're having the time of your life. You're taking underwater photos with your significant other. Oh, it's a blast. And then you're like, wow, we've kind of been down here a while. Your oxygen's getting a little low. And then you make it to the surface. And you turn around and you're like, yo, hey, yo, where's the boat? They leave you. What do you do? Now, the article didn't say how long they were stranded, but it did say that they are suing for $5 million. What do you do? What do you do? I think you have to sue them. I think you have to be like, yo, you counted us on the boat. You miscounted when you left. Y'all owe us some money. We could have died out here. Moby Dick could have swallowed us. Pause. That could have happened. Thank goodness it didn't, man. I'd be terrified. That's one of my worst fears is the ocean. Now, I lived in Portland for 10 years. And in Portland, there's a river. I think it's the Willamette. Maybe the Columbia or the Willamette, one of the two. and it kind of divides the city and downtown, right? It kind of divides it. Well, downtown it's kind of like, it's hard to explain. There's a bridge. You have to cross the bridge to get to like all the fun places like Pioneer Square, Big Pink, Nike Town, right? You have to cross this to get into like the cool part of downtown. And there's this big hill, right? Big hill where the hospital's up on the hill and you can see it, right? So it looks pretty cool from Southeast Portland where I was staying at the time. And there was always a fear in my mind that there was going to be a big wave that came over that hill and just washed us out, right? Always been a fear. I don't know if it was that movie End of Day or Vertical Impact or whatever that movie was where the comet hits it and causes tsunamis everywhere. I don't know if it was that movie growing up, but I was terrified of a tsunami. I was terrified of water. It didn't help that when I was a kid at Jordan Park, tenfold to the world blow, when we'd go to Jordan Park, and now kids nowadays, they don't understand. There was a Jordan Park pool. There was a community pool there before there was a skate park for all my Utah folks. You know what I mean? And at this specific pool in Glendale, there was a well painted on the bottom of it. And anytime me and my family would go swimming, my brother and my sister, Dina and Darnell, God rest her dead, they would tease me. Oh, it's gonna get you. Oh, the well's gonna get you. And I would be terrified. I wouldn't step foot in the water because of that. And I think it was that moment where I was just scared of water. I didn't know what was underneath me. Yeah, I mean, I seen Jaws as a kid, that Deep Blue Sea movie where it ate up LL Cool J. Like, that was wild to me. And then homeboy, what's his name? Samuel Jackson, when I jumped out and ate him up. Nope. I hate it. I hate sharks. I hate whales. I hate water. Don't want no. I mean, they're beautiful creatures, right? But hey, if I'm stranded, I'm trusting you, yo. Like, you saying, yo, this is this safe place of the ocean. You can just go down there. You can see the little starfish. I mean, there's no big fish down there. You can see. You can knock a lionfish out, right? It's all good. You might see some tuna. If you see a tuna down there, you can catch it. You can eat it. You might see a king crab. If you do, knock it over the head, bring it up to the surface. We'll cook it. Catch, clean, cook. Right there. Start the YouTube channel. You told me this. You told me it was safe. And then all of a sudden, I get up there to the surface and you're gone? Like, nah, man. Somebody got to pay the piper. I'm sorry. $5 million might be coming to this couple. And let's say they were on their honeymoon, right? It was their honeymoon. Now they got to come up. Hey, nice little come up. I'm not mad at them. I'm just glad they survived, man. I don't know how long they were down there, but to be in the article doesn't say. I wish it really did. I wish it said how long they were stranded and lost, but it doesn't say it. But hopefully they get a payday because they deserve it. And if you're gonna argue with me, leave it in the comments. Something wild, yo. I know that you've been seeing this. It went across the internet crazy. This video of these it looked like three black people in Mexico. And you could tell like there was like a cartel. Well, I thought it was maybe police, right? But it was a cartel. Assault rifles, making them get into the back of the little pickup truck bed, right? The bed of the pickup truck. And then you look and you see that this car has been in an accident. It looked like they've been running, gun bullets in the window. It looked crazy. 2 Americans kidnapped in Mexico found dead. 2 found alive, officials have said. Man, it's crazy. Let's see. Two of the 4 Americans kidnapped by armed gunmen in Mexico border city Matamoros on Friday were found dead, and 2 were found alive on Tuesday. U.S. and Mexican officials said Shahid Woodard, Zindel Brown were found dead, and U.S. officials familiar with the ongoing investigation told CNN their bodies will be examined by Mexican authorities prior to their remains being returned to the U.S. government, the officials said. Lativia Washington McGee, a mother of 6, and Eric Williams survived this ordeal. According to the officials, they were taken to a Texas hospital for treatment and observation. A Mexican government official said Washington McGee was found uninjured and Williams suffered a bullet wound to the leg. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that is horrible. Now, rumor on the street is that they were actually going there for a medical procedure, something cheaper, right? I believe it was a tummy tuck, some type of plastic surgery they were going for. End up getting kidnapped because they thought they were Haitian smugglers. They thought they were coming across the border to, smuggle some drugs, right? And that city of what is it, Matamoros, that spot right there, they're saying that's the cartel spot. They're saying like one of the cartels, they run heavy in that city. Now the Americans, Miss McGee, right, Mr. Williams, they probably didn't know that. They're probably not in tune with the cartel surroundings, right? I know, me personally, when I move around my city, I kind of know, okay, this is so-and-so's territory. Oh, I see the markings on the wall. Okay, I know that's who's over here, right? But over there, at the cartel, I'm assuming that cartel ain't marking it up like, yo, this is Crip, or yo, this is Blood. I don't know, they ain't doing all that, right? Obviously, there's no Crip Blood cartels, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sure they're not doing that. I've never seen a cartel that just had gang flags, right? Like, cartels usually, ones I see, the Paisas, they usually have the cowboy boots, you know what I mean? The cowboy hat, big buckle. If I see a Paisa like that, I just assume they're cartel, even if they're not. I treat them with the utmost respect. Hey, yo, Tio, what you need? Cerveza, I got you. Hey, un poquito más do. Come on now, chill, all right? I got you. They're probably like, damn, this dude is so nice to me. Little do they know, I think they're part of the cartel. So I'm just trying to treat them extra nice, and then sweep, get out of there. If I'm at the club, right? I see 3 or 4 dudes with cowboy boots and the little hat come out with the little belt buckle. As soon as they see the shine, the shimmer off the belt buckle, you know what's going on? I come off la flores. Automatically, Selena's on the jukebox. And if I don't got enough Selena, I'm putting it on loop. You got to, man. They might think I'm the worst DJ ever. That's okay, because I'm gonna survive. Because at least I try to cater to them. All right, pander a little bit. But unfortunately, these 4 Americans did not know, and unfortunately, it sounds like it was just mistaken identity. I'm assuming that the Haitians probably were moving in on this territory often. I'm sure that the cartel has had plenty of issues, maybe with certain Haitians or certain people like that, or certain Americans coming over here getting some of that whatever. And they were like, nah, you see them, you pop them, you get them out of here. Man, God rest the dead. That sucks, man. Imagine that you're just like, you're about to go and have the medical procedure that you want to have done, that you're super excited about, right? Dre's about to go get that tummy tuck he always wanted. Yeah, I'm about to be skinny. And all of a sudden you hear doo doo doo. And then you get ran off the road. What the hell is going on, man? I already put my deposit on my tummy tuck, yo. Like, I don't have nothing to do with no drugs. I ain't got nothing to do with nothing. I'm just trying to get this tummy tuck. Jose, come on. Geraldo, I just need to go and get this tummy tuck. I say I don't want no problems with none of you. All right? Damn. That sucks, man. I feel bad, man. I feel bad. If you're going out of town, if you're going out of state, if you're going out the country, please be safe. If you don't know the surroundings, man, just be on extra notice, all right? Just be on extra notice. Costco. So Costco, man. I didn't tell you guys this. So it's been about a year and a half ago now. I bought a Costco card. I went there for my son's birthday, right? We went and got a Costco, we got the 2 pizzas, and I was like, oh shoot, we need to get a cake too. I mean, it was either a birthday or like his graduation party or something. So I went, and you can always get the pizza. You don't need to be a member to get the pizza. I don't think you need to be. So you just go and you get the pizza and you leave, right? But this time I was like, oh no, we need to get a cake, man. It's a celebration. We gotta get the cake. And you need a Costco card to get the cake, right? So then I go to member services and I'm like, yo, how much is it for a membership? And I end up getting the exclusive one, or the executive one. It's like $120 or something like that. Excuse me. So I get that, and we go and get the cake. Mind you, I walked around that store and I was like, oh damn, man, they got a bunch of stuff, right? A bunch of stuff that I'm like, yo, we gotta come shopping here. Their meat cuts were perfect. They got different cuts of meat that like Smith's don't have, but I typically go to my butcher. But I was like, man, this will be handy. This will be helpful, especially for the wife, because the wife don't go to the butcher. So I ended up getting that card, and I was happy about it. I left Costco with just the cake, maybe like some ice cream, and 2 pizzas, right? Fast forward maybe about 6 months later, go for the same thing, another birthday. I didn't use my credit card or the Costco card membership maybe about 4 times in the last year and a half, right? Year. So we end up getting an email or something, and wifey's like, yo, you know your Costco card expired? I was like, what, already? What the hell? That was a waste of money. But I think I'm gonna go do it again now, because Costco is pulling a fast one on us. Costco is raising their prices. So the warehouse store is expected to raise its annual membership fees starting this summer. So summer's right around the corner. Daylight savings time is this weekend. So we spring forward. So we're losing an hour, right? Summer is right around the corner. While no official prices have been shared, basic membership is currently $60, while executive level membership is $120. So I would say probably we'll probably see it go up just a couple bucks. We've seen what Netflix has done, right? The streaming services are going up. A lot of things, inflation, are going up. So if you don't have that Costco card and you've been hesitating, or if you're gonna get, if you're gonna re-up, just expect that price to go up. So if you haven't got it yet, man, go get it now. I think I'm going to. Oh, man, Hershey is breaking my heart. So Hershey's is the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup. Iconic candy, right? Whenever we do the polls around Halloween, right? What is the one candy what's the top 5 candies? Number 1, always Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. And if you're not a peanut butter cup fan, I don't think I could trust you. I really don't. And who raised you? Shout out to TK Kirkland. Who raised you? Because the Reese's Peanut Butter Cup is iconic. It is the legendary candy that will never teeter off of its throne, ever. Post it, mark it, date it. It's the God. Well, Hershey says, yo, Dre, guess what? That candy you love so much, we're going to make it all inclusive. We want everybody to be able to eat this. Some things don't need inclusion. Nah, no, we're in this generation where it's like, oh, we all need to be one. Everybody needs to love. We need to be respectful. I get it. It's cool. I get it. But when it comes to my candy, when it comes to things that I love, we don't need to include everybody. This plant-based version of this, nah, we don't need it. Get it out of here. Now, I know what you're saying, Dre. They're not going to get rid of the original. You'll still be able to get your original. This is just for other people to have their inclusion. No, we don't want you to be included. If you weren't down with the original, you ain't got to be down with. We don't want you. We don't need to create something new for you. Either you're down with the original or you're not down at all. Hershey's, Reese's Pieces, Reese's Cups, gang, all day. Damn, I got real heated, real active about candy just now. I was passionate about that. But it's true, man. Reese's is revealing that, hopefully never, but from what the report's saying, from what this article says, you will be seeing it towards the end of April. So you'll probably start seeing it at your local bodega, your local corner market, your local gas station. Hey Alexa, can you show me a new barber?
Don't worry, I got you.
Boogie Down Barbershop in Taylorsville is now open. Anything from gentleman's cuts, taper, fade, or if you want to treat yourself to a nice hot towel shave, Boogie Down Barbershop has you covered. Cuts for men and kids. Book your appointment today at boogiedownbarbershop.com.
And now the movie review segment you didn't ask for. It's down in front.
Now I said it and I meant it. Creed 3 was the greatest sports movie of all time. Yes, I said it. Sports movie. Space Jam, get it out of here. Babe Ruth, get it out of here. A League of Their Own, get it out of here. Mighty Ducks, get it out of here. Creed 3 takes the throne. I loved it, man. It was a very fun movie to watch. $100 million. Creed 3 has shot past box office expectations on its opening weekend to earn $58.7 million in North America and $41.8 internationally, making it not only the biggest opening for a film in the Creed trilogy, but apparently the biggest domestic opening for a sports movie ever. Woo! Man. So we Friday, my son had the day off, right? And well, not day off, but he had a half day of school, Tavian. And when we seen the commercial for Creed, I was like, yo, you want to go see it? You want to go see Creed? Like, I'm hype about it, so I'm trying to get him hype. Yo, like, we're going to go see this, man. We're going to see Michael B. Jordan with his shirt off. Like, let's go see it. And he was hype. He was like, yeah, Dad, let's go see it. So I'm like, all right, cool. That was a few weeks ago, a couple months ago when the trailer came out, whatever. And so I told the wifey, I was like, yo, we might not see it like the opening day or whatever, but we will be seeing it opening weekend for sure. And so wifey right then, she was like, yeah, let's do it. I'll take the day off. Let's go. So she took the day off. I took half a day. She bought the tickets for 150 showing. And so we go in there. We pick up Tavian from school, and we don't tell him. He doesn't know. He just thinks, yo, mom has the day off. Dad's got to go back to work, whatever. So we pick him up from school, and it was pajama day. So my man looked kind of wild. Yeah, I mean, he had the wild Buzz Lightyear, fresh, new pair of jammies, but he still had the Buzz Lightyear jammies on. You know what I mean? He had little pizza stains in the corner of his mouth, you know what I mean? Because it was pizza day. I was like, yo, what's up, man? What's going on, son? How's your day? He's like, oh, it was great, Dad. You know what I mean? I got a reward for being, on task, so I get to, have the teacher seat someday next week, and I'm really excited about it. He's like, oh, man, that's great, man. I'm glad you had a great day. I was like, anybody farting in class? He's like, yeah, that one chick, yeah, she always be farting in class. I'm like, cool, yeah, that's fool. Like, that's crazy kids, right? And so then we start going home, but I passed where our normal direction of going home. And so he's like, yo, like, he started paying attention. He's like, yo, he's looking. Hey, Dad, where we going? Oh, man, I forgot to turn. My bad. We're just going to go to the next light. Oh, okay. So we're driving, right? Listen to music. We're driving. And then we miss another turn. And he's like, yo, Dad, like, what happened? I'm like, oh, my bad. We just got to make a quick stop real quick. Oh, okay. So now he knows something's up, right? Dad's never like this. Now I never am like this. So we end up turning into the Century 16. I'm like, yo, we're going to the movies. And he's just giddy. What? We're going to a movie? Yeah. Guess which one? Creed? Yeah. He's like, yeah, cool, Dad, let's go. And so we go into the movie. And my wifey already paid for the ticket, so we just do a little scan thing. You know what I mean? Of course, it's a cardinal rule. You gotta sneak in the candies. You know what I mean? So wifey was locked and loaded. Got the Reese's Pieces cups, not plant-based. Got the gummy worms, not plant-based. Got the chocolate covered pretzels, not plant-based. And then we had to get the soda, right? But this is where the movie theater tricks you, right? I can normally get just a little, I'll be cool with just a medium soda, right? Or medium drink, because you don't want to drink a whole lot. You don't want to leave during the movie, right? You don't got to potty break while you're watching Michael B. Jordan getting lubed up, right? He oiled his chest up. You got to watch all the lube, right? You got to watch it all. So I was like, all right, I'll just get the medium. I'll be fine. But then wifey was like, you see that? And I was like, what? And I looked over, and I swear to God, I looked over, and the cups started to shimmer, right? I seen the outer glow. It was white. The cup was black. And it was a Creed official movie cup. And I was like, da 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 da. And as soon as I grabbed it, I was like, oh my gosh, let's go. Yes, I'm taking the $7 cup right now. $7 cup probably cost them 35 cents to make. You know what I mean? $35 later, after checking out with stolen candy, well, not stolen, but with smuggled in candy already. Oh, man, they get you every time. It doesn't matter if you smuggle in your own candy or not. So we end up going in there and we sit down, right? We're the only one. There's maybe like 3 or 4 other people in the theater. 1:50 in the afternoon on a Friday. Perfect time to go if you don't like a whole lot of people in the theater and stuff like that. So we go in there, and the movie just starts off. I'm already hyped, man. I really enjoy Rocky. I really enjoy this new the reintroduction of this the film series, right, with the Creed, and this being the trilogy. It's like, oh, the stars are aligning, and it just starts off real West Coast, real LA, right, and you can see where the story's going. I won't ruin anything, no spoiler alerts, but pretty much he has an old friend. His old friend does some dirt, gets locked up, comes back out 18 years later. Obviously, Creed is a world champion. Now he has his own gym. Now he's helping the next world champion. He's retired, right? But then he ends up having to box his friend, right? A lot of things happen in between. And that's the final fight. Him and his friend boxing, right? And the writing on this movie, oh, by the way, it was Michael B. Jordan's directorial debut, I believe is how you would say it. He was not only starring in this movie, but directing this movie as well. And I feel like this movie had I feel like time was spent equally. I feel like it wasn't just Michael B. Jordan. It wasn't just his wife. It wasn't just Jonathan Majors, right? I feel like it was kind of equal between everybody as far as the film goes, on air film. And which is kind of different, right? Because typically when you have one star, that star's on the movie, on the screen the most time, right? But it felt like it was divided nicely, and the movie went quick. It was an hour and 57 minutes, so almost 2 hours, but it felt quicker than that. The lighting on this movie, like kind of doing some editing and stuff like that. I watch movies a little bit differently, right? And the lighting on this, color correcting, looks so good. The way the angles were shot was just really good. There's this one CGI scene where it's just them two in the ring, and there's some symbolism while they're fighting, right? And that was just done really good, because you see the buildup, you see what both men went through in their childhood and now, and for them to use that symbolism and to make it where it was relating back to like the story that was told, it was just done really, really good. And when I say it was all LA, from the corner store to all the Nipsey music that was in there, to the flips of Dr. Dre's The Watcher with J. Cole, it was just super dope, man. And I feel like anybody that doesn't see this movie for like the art that it is, I would challenge you to go watch it again. Now, I'm not gonna try to convince you that it was a great movie. When I say it was the greatest movie of all time, I'm lying. I'm biased, right? So take what I say with a grain of salt. But it was really good, man. And they're just setting it up, right? They're just setting it up for the next one. They're gonna be, obviously, I don't want to ruin it. Maybe next week I'll talk a little bit more about it. But I feel like, matter of fact, skip ahead 30 seconds. I'm gonna spoil something right now. 3, 2, 1. You better have hit it. All right, 30 seconds. I feel like they're gonna set it up to where now they're best friends again, right? Now Creed's gonna train him to be the proper champ, going into the next movies, and then later on his daughter's gonna end up boxing, right? But Jonathan Majors will be champion again. Who does he fight? Probably some crazy dude from like the Philippines or something, right? They got to bring in the Philippines. We know that Pacquiao hasn't been represented in these type of movies, right? The country of the Philippines, right? Being Filipino, they got to have a Filipino champion. Probably some crazy dude that looks like Tom Powell from Kickboxer. I don't know, but that's going to be the next lead up to the next movies, and it's just going to keep feeding itself. His daughter is going to get fighting, and it's going to be really good. And it's going to be dope to see Michael B's character Creed train his best friend Jonathan Majors and being a proper champion, even though they have beef in the back. We've seen this before with Rocky and Creed, right? We've seen it where Rocky helped Creed, get back up there and try to become champion. So hopefully that was less than 30 seconds. Hopefully it wasn't more than 30 seconds. Now is the time where I'm not spoiling anything. All right, we're back to our regularly scheduled Down in Front segment. Go check it out. I'm interested. Let's see what IMDb gave it a 7.4 out of 10. Not a bad score. I would definitely give it maybe a 7.5 or an 8. out of 10. I think it'd be really hard to score it an 8 or I'm sorry, a higher than an 8 because it wasn't flawless, right? But I'm biased. Rotten Tomatoes gave it an 87, which is not bad, man. Google users gave it a 95%. Solid movie, man. From the critics to the fans to the just the movie goers that like this type of stuff. And go check it out. Creed 3 out now. Something else that I watched. This is it's been an ongoing thing with the Murdaugh murders. A Southern Scandal. I watched this on Netflix. Wifey seen it on HBO, I think, because I was like, yo, I want to watch this. And she's like, oh, I already watched it. I'm like, damn, you didn't wait for me? Because she's into the whole murder shows and she makes me get into the murder shows. So when I seen this Murdaugh murders, I was like, whoa, I've been hearing about the dude that's on trial. So I knew that this dude is accused of killing his daughter or his son and his wife. But when I watched the documentary, Murdaugh Murders, A Southern Scandal on Netflix, which IMDb gave it a 6.8 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes gave it a 78%. Google users gave it a 91%. When I watched this thing, I was like, yo, it is more than just this man killing his family. Man, they killed everybody in this town. The Murdaughs are a prominent family in the southern, or hold on, let's back it up. The Murdaughs are a prominent family in South Carolina until a fatal boating accident begins the unrevealing of their legacy. Maggie Murdaugh and their son Paul are later found murdered, bringing to light a century of corruption, power, and cover-ups. That kind of sums it up. Yeah, this family, their whole long line of lawyers, right? They run South Carolina, specifically this specific town within South Carolina, and they're able to get away with so much. They have a lot of power, right? People are kind of scared of them, and they do it so swiftly. If the kid gets in trouble, like there was a couple times the kid got in trouble, and who shows up first? The granddad. Who's the granddad? The attorney, right? Like the big lawyer dude, right? And covers it all up, tells people what to say until the boating accident. So the kid, I won't spoil it. You know what I mean? This is real life stuff, so I won't spoil anything. But the kid, I think his name was Paul Murdaugh. He was driving a boat. I think it was him. He was driving a boat with his friends, and it was coming back after a night of drinking. All teenagers, right? Underage drinking. It was awful. Ends up crashing the boat after being told, yo, don't drive the boat. People were telling him don't drive, but he was hot-headed. He's the guy that his family runs the town, right? Jumps into the boat, crashes the boat. Everybody gets jacked up bad, and one girl didn't show up. They couldn't find one of the girls. His best friend's girlfriend, right? The kid that crashed the boat, his best friend's girlfriend gone missing. They couldn't find her. I think it was like 4 days. I think they couldn't find her. And when they did find her, they wouldn't let the parents go down and see her, right? They wouldn't even let the parents go down and look at the accident, look at the boat, see what happened. The police is holding them back. A lot of things, man. And then there was another kid that needed help on the side of the road with his car, and they knew the kid, right? The family did, and one of the kids from the Murdaugh family allegedly kills this dude, murders him. And then the housekeeper, one of the housekeeper that's like family, right? Been with the family for decades, right? The kids love this nanny pretty much, right? Ends up dead. And they're thinking that the mom did it because the mom, because the nanny found the drugs of the head honcho, Murdaugh dude. Man, it was crazy. It was a crazy doc. And it's scary that in 2023, well, it was a couple years ago when the murders happened. I think it was like 2021 when the murders happened. But it's crazy that kind of stuff still happens in these small towns. There's still head honchos that people are scared to go up against in 2023. That's crazy to me. In rural places all over the nation, there are crazy power-hungry, power-driven families and people that can cover up so many things. And this is an example of it. I would recommend you checking out the documentary again, Murdaugh Murders, a Southern Scandal on Netflix. You can also watch it. I believe it's on HBO. I think that's what Wifey said. Especially if you're into like the whole murder show thing. Kind of crazy. Oh man, Chris Rock is back. Yes. You remember about a year ago, Chris Rock was slapped on stage by Will Smith. And what a humiliating thing to happen on stage in front of not only the people in the audience, but the world. This thing went viral so quick. I don't even watch like award shows, and I heard about it within minutes of it happening. So for something like that to happen and you be quiet for a year, we gotta watch Selective Outrage, which is the latest special by Chris Rock and Netflix, which actually streamed live on Netflix last week or over the weekend. I believe it streamed on Friday or Saturday, one of the two. IMDb gave it a 7.2 out of 10. Google users gave it an 87%. I'm not gonna lie, I gotta be completely transparent with you. I watched it for about 45 minutes and then I passed out last night. I was tired. You know, your boy got tired, and God forbid I get tired and take a nap. So I didn't finish it, but what I did watch, it was incredible. So far, so good, man. The set looked, the weird thing about the set is the mirrors in the back look dirty. I don't know if they're supposed to look like that. Look like they got a whole bunch of hand smudges on it. Chris Rock's outfit looks nice. He's all in white, coming in with the pure, innocent look, right? But then he hit you in the mouth, talking that selective outrage stuff, right? Talking about things that people get selective with outrage, right? Some of these jokes sounded a little dated, right? He used the whole, you listen to Michael Jackson, but you won't listen to R. Kelly, right? Like things that we've heard before. One, the joke that I really liked, and again, I'm not spoiling anything. There's a joke that he talking about being interracial, right? Being interracial and having, meeting interracial parents, right? And then he talks about selective outrage with even down to like stores being too woke, right? Specifically Lululemon, I believe it was, which I only know about Lululemon because Jordan Clarkson, every 10 days we'll see him pop out with a shirt talking about Lululemon. Shout out to Jordan Clarkson, man. Get that shmoney, my guy. So he says, yo, Lululemon, I was watching him. And I walked into the store and they're like, we don't support racism. We don't support hate. We love everybody. They're marketing it all over the store and the windows and stuff like that. And he was like, he's funny. He's like, we don't care. And I don't know about you. I care about racism, right? If I see something that isn't right, I will speak up, right? I've done it before. I will continue to do it. And that's something that I feel like we have to have the courage to do, right? When you see something wrong, when you see something unfair, unjust, speak out against it. It's hard to have that courage, but I feel like when it's happened to me, it just feels good. It feels right. And it might not even be racial. It might be just any injustice, right? Whatever it is. And when he says like, we don't care, I thought to myself, like, that's true. Like, we're so hypocritical as Americans. Like, it's hard to get away from, if you were to be 100% non-supportive of anybody that has done anything wrong, you probably wouldn't have anything. You'll probably just live in the mountains somewhere. But then, even then, it's like, you living on this land, isn't that hypocritical because this land was stolen, right? I don't know. It can get super deep and super, confusing and tied up. But when he said, yo, I don't care about your views. What I really care about is lowering these prices. If I was to, I would rather have racist joggers that are $20 than to have non-racist, accepting all people, $500 joggers. And I was like, damn, that's kind of relatable. I feel him on that. Because, it's a product, right? But if that product's tied to hate, I know it's a lot. It's a lot. But Chris Rock did a really good job, man. The writing on this was really good. The whole streaming live thing, I don't know. If they said it was streamed live, I don't think he was literally there live doing it, but I think it was recorded, and this was when they hit play. It played that time at that moment for everybody in the world, right? I think that's what they meant by it being live. I could be wrong. I didn't dive into like that whole thing. I seen the clips of the Will Smith being addressed, and he hinted at it the whole thing, because he would be like, yeah, man, if I, whatever, this happened, and it's like, oh, he's gonna go there, he's gonna talk about Will, but he doesn't. He's like, don't worry, I'm gonna get there, we're gonna get there, right? He did that the whole time within that 45 minutes that I'm watching it. But then I watched some of the clips that were leaked, right? Some people, put it on Twitter and whatnot, and boy, does he go off. Boy, does he go off. And everybody's getting shots. Everybody. And it's beautiful, man. I think that's the beauty in comedy, is that you can laugh at these moments, right? Chris, he took the shot. He was quiet. Now it's his turn. Some people might say, yo, just go about your life. Just keep living your life. Don't address it. But no, not Rock. Rock was like, nah, I'm going to do it. And I think he did a phenomenal job. I would highly recommend you checking it out. If you are not sensitive and if you like comedy, definitely check out that special. There's been a lot of specials that came out that were good. I feel like comedy is on a resurgence. People are getting so inspired, motivated to go to like local open mics and whatnot. But I can't tell you how many of the people I know that have been like, yo, I've been thinking about going down and doing the Wise Guys thing. And for those of you outside of Utah, Wise Guys is a comedy club here. It's a very famous comedy club here, and they do open mics and things like that. And so many people are like, yo, I'm gonna do it. I think I'm about to do it. Go do it. If you want to do it, go do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. You might catch me at an open mic. I don't know. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe that will help me just be a better person and be a better me. Getting up there and bombing and having people laugh at me. Check out that Chris Rock special. Silo. So the new teaser for Silo just came out. So Silo is a story of the last 10,000 people on Earth. Their mile deep home protecting them. Also, they're mile deep underneath the Earth's surface, right? Protecting them from toxic and deadly outside world. However, no one knows when or why the silo was built. Anyone, they wrote this crazy. Anyone who tries to find out has fatal consequences. So literally what it is they're like, yo, you can't go up on the surface of the, kind of like remember Cloverfield? Remember when they all had to live underneath was that Cloverfield where they had to live underneath the land, and because the monster was up there? But with Silo, it's literally a whole city. You gotta check out this trailer. You can just YouTube Silo, Silo. It's on Apple TV right now, and it is starring Common. So our hip hop legend Common, he is gonna be there. No, he's not just narrating. They're not just gonna have him narrate because for some reason he gets typecast to just narrate things. No, man, my man got chops. He can. Haven't you seen Just Right? Haven't you seen him and Queen Latifah do Just Right? Looking like a real couple. If not, go check that out. It's a great movie. I love that movie. I love Queen Latifah. But yeah, so in this trailer, in this teaser that I seen, they literally have cows, gardens. But my thing is that if there's only 10,000 people left on Earth, allegedly, and they've never been up top, who's keeping them down there and who's keeping order? And on top of that, when people are murdered or have fatal consequences from not obeying the law, what happens with those people? Like, or what do they put their bodies and stuff? I will be not tapping in because I don't have Apple TV, but maybe I could find the link. And if you have the link, hit me up.
Hey, yo, you're probably listening to the Unrestricted Podcast with DreRawka.
We are?
No, they are.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Oh, wow.
And I'm the real Ruby. You can catch me and Fonzie and the Funk, G-Daddy Funk on Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, but I think you have to come in more smoother, more funnier. Like, yeah, they could catch us on the Lake Talk 801 podcast.
Yeah, y'all can catch us on the Lake Talk 801.
Yeah, and be like, and yeah, man, hey, and they could catch people like me, the real Ruby, and people like you, Fonzie, and people like him, G Daddy Funk.
Wow, that's
the
a
Lake
lot of
Talk
people.
801. Who cares?
What'd he say?
Huh?
I didn't hear him.
I don't know, but
Why-
this probably should be the ad.
Is this? Are these on?
Catch a new episode every Monday on all streaming platforms. The Lake Talk 801. Tune in now.
Carl Malone is a traitor. John Jones is the greatest of all time, but cocaine is a hell of a drug. It's your sports segment.
What a night for UFC 285 at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street. Shout out. Ow. I need to have them sponsor the podcast. I think that might be a presenter of the podcast. I'm going to talk to them. Let's see if I can get some sponsorship money from them. Because your boy got bills to pay. Man, so it starts off with Bo Nickel of the main card. Bo Nickel, there's been a lot of hype behind this dude coming off of the Challenger Series, right? The Challenger Series, and then being 3-0 versus a man in Jamie Pickett that I'm not too familiar with, but that is seasoned in professional fighting. Bo Nickel looked good. There was controversy on the win though. So he got a first round submission in the 2 minutes and 54 seconds within the first round. But when he got the takedown for I think it was a rear naked choke. When he got the takedown, he allegedly kneed the dude in the nuts. That's how he was able to take him down. Now I say allegedly because no officials, there hasn't been no like challenge or anything like that I've seen. But when I watch the replay, it does look like the knee is a little bit low. It doesn't look like it goes to the midsection. It looks like it goes straight to the balls. So we'll see what happens there. Gamrot just put it on Turner. Bad. He looked really good. That was a fun fight to watch. Rakhmamedov, he did a really good job. 3rd round submission against Jeff Neal. He just put it on him. He looked really, really good. Now in the co-main event, it's a women's flyweight. Valentina Shevchenko, one of my favorites, top 5 for me. Love this woman. Versus Alexa Grasso, who is another dope fighter. I love her too. She's great. You know what I mean? It's just Valentina's just been that chick for me. I just always love Valentina. So, and Alexa will even tell you, like Alexa looked up to Shevchenko too. But in the 4th round, after Valentina Shevchenko was doing her work, man, she was doing a good job. She got caught with a rear naked choke submission in the 4th round, 4 minutes, 34 seconds for a new champion in the women's flyweight division, Alexa Grasso. Will there be a rematch? There has to be. There has to be a rematch. Pretty quick, too. I would say this summer we'll probably get a rematch because Valentina, it wasn't like she just got her ass whooped. She got caught. And Alexa Grasso, she was working on this move too. It's crazy. It's crazy when they show before the fight and then like after the fight, and fighters work on these certain moves, like Conor McGregor when he worked on that left hand punch to knock out Aldo. He was practicing that way before the fight even started. Jorge Masvidal, when he practiced the knee, he was practicing that right before he actually threw it. And Grasso's no different. She practiced that choke. She practiced getting her on the cage, and she ended up getting it done. Another man that practiced that actually got it done quick is the GOAT himself. At heavyweight debut, going for the vacant title, John Jones, Cyril Gane. John Jones made it look easy. He got the championship. Your new heavyweight champion by submission in the 1st round. 2 minutes in the 1st round. John Jones gets it done. Oh, man. Now, I would be lying if I said I wasn't surprised. Now, let me explain. John Jones, top 5, my number 1. I mean, out of 5, he's my number 1, right? Valentina, number 2. And John, at light heavyweight, GOAT. But this is different. Heavyweight. He's been off for 3 years. You know what I mean? He's looking mad thick. Pause. And I thought maybe he would gas out. I thought maybe if this goes past the 2nd round, he's going to gas out. But what I didn't realize is that John Jones is the GOAT. Why would I ever doubt this man? Cyril Gane, I thought for sure he would get a crazy, devastating knockout and put the GOAT on his back, but it didn't happen. When Drake put that bet on John Jones, I was like, oh no, man, it's over. But no, a champion will always be a champion in heart, and John Jones proved that, gaining that vacate heavyweight title, and I'm just happy to see it. I'm happy to see the way he did it and the fashion that he did it, so quick, so easy. Probably the easiest fight we've seen him in a very long time. And for him to say to Stipe, yo, Stipe, you are the greatest heavyweight champion to ever be, but you better train your ass off because I'm coming for you, boy. I'm coming. Pause. Scary times for Stipe Miocic. We'll see what happens with that. Thank you to everybody again that came out to a bar named Sue to watch the fights. That was a lot of fun. Let's take a look at some basketball. So the Utah Jazz, they're tanking right now. They have more losses than wins at 31-34. So 34 losses. They are not looking so good. They're on as of today, Tuesday, March 7th at 5:37 p.m. They're on a three-game losing streak. Not looking good for them. Looking good for my Blazers, though. My Blazers aren't the same record. They're on a 2-game winning streak. They're sitting at the 10th spot. Hopefully, they'll be able to, go to the play-in and maybe try to make a run in the playoffs. Right now, you just got to get in the play-in. You just got to make it into the playoffs. And then at that point, Jesus take the wheel and just try to just keep balling out. Dame, I think he had a 6 triple-double. Dame's been balling out. I just hope that he can stay healthy. Denver Nuggets are still sitting at 1. Grizzlies at 2. The John Moran stuff is kind of crazy. It's up in limbo. We're waiting to hear back if he's going to be suspended at the max, which they're saying the max is 50 games, which will take him out of the playoffs, which will take him out of majority of next year too. Well, not majority, but out of a good chunk out of next year. Man, that whole thing is nuts. The Kings are sitting at 3, Suns at 4, Warriors at 5, Timberwolves at 6, Mavericks at 7, Clippers at 8. And then, of course, Jazz, Blazers, 9 and 10. A lot of things are moving and shaking in the West Coast. The East Coast, though, as expected, the Bucks at 1, Celtics at 2. I do have the Celtics winning the champion or winning the East Coast. I just feel like they're gonna. I mean, they're on a losing streak right now. Don't get me wrong, I know it, and it's gonna be tough to beat the Bucks, but I think they can do it. Sixers at 3, Cavaliers at 4, Knicks at 5, Nets at 6, Heat at 7, Hawks at 8, Raptors at 9, and the Wizards are at the 10th spot. A lot of things shaking and moving within the NBA. More news for sports. Saturday, March 18th, don't forget, Fierce Fighting Championships Challenger Series pops up at Clearfield High. Doors open at 4 p.m. Fights start at 5 p.m. Some really good fights. Ruiz is going to be fighting. Lopez, Welch, Hamilton. A lot of good fights are going to be there at the high school. And this is that moment. This is that moment where these guys go from, some of these guys go from amateur to hopefully getting some amateur wins and then hopefully move up to the Fierce Fighting Championship at the Maverick Center to a pro event, right? So this is where you get to see that talent before they actually, make it to stardom, I guess you would say. It's their 4th series of this. You can get more information and tickets at fiercefightingchampionship.com. And also, March 18th, at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street, another UFC pay-per-view. UFC 286. This is the rematch between Leon Edwards, your welterweight champion of the world, taking on Kamaru Usman. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. I think, but I mentioned this is in England. So Edwards got the home field advantage, I guess you would say. Home cage advantage. But I think Kamaru Usman, the way that he was working Edwards in the beginning of their first meeting, I think that Usman gets it done, and I think he gets it done in really nice fashion. I think this championship, the UFC is in a state of emergency right now, where I think titles are going to be switching hands often, and it has, right? I think Usman, the title will come back to him, and he'll get back on his grind. He'll be back at it, waiting for the next welterweight. Man, you know what sounds really good? Just some chips and salsa.
You want the best salsa ever? Get yourself some Sauce Up Salsa at sauceupsalsa.com. Fresh fire roasted salsa, fresh ingredients, fresh produce made just for you.
If you're a sports athlete looking for a mouthguard to protect your pearly whites, look no further than All Sports Mouthguards.
All Sports Mouthguards, located in West Jordan, Utah. Come visit us 1385 West, 9000 South in West Jordan, Utah. We offer high quality, made in the USA, custom molded and custom designed mouthguards.
All right, that's it. That's all your bitch ass gets.
All right, that's all you get. Sorry, I had to take a drink real quick. Isolation 20 Podcast, DreRawka. That was episode number 68. Thank you again to everybody that has shared, liked, commented, just supported this podcast and what it has turned into and what it's going to continue to evolve into. Anybody that has bought a shirt, a hoodie, a sweatshirt, if you want to support and you want to buy one, just go on to allrock.com. So that's allrawk.com/store. You can find all of my apparel up there. Cool thing about my apparel is I do all the designs. I jump into Photoshop and I create all of them. Some of them are inspired by other artists, like the Podcasters vs. Everybody, heavily influenced by the Detroit vs. Everybody design that was going crazy for a while. My man Sione, he got my new logo up, the new All Rock logo up there as well. Weight Down Credit Up is up there, as well as the Thingy Thing. Thingy Thing was Looney Tunes inspired, if you haven't noticed. But definitely go check it out. Pick up something. If you don't have, maybe you don't have the funds to support that way, just supporting by leaving a comment, dropping a like, dropping a follow, sharing it with your friends. That's the thing about this podcast. I champion this podcast about being the people's podcast. You have a chance to call in. 385-240-4666 is the number. I want you to be a part of it. I want you to leave voice notes and I could play them here on air and we could talk, right? I want to have this dialogue with you. I want you to be so involved, even down to designs. If you are a designer and you want to create a shirt, maybe it might even be for just breast cancer month, or maybe you want to create a summer shirt for Isolation 20 or even unrestricted. Be a part of it. Be a part of it. Like, you have my full support as long as it's dope. If it's not dope, I will tell you it's not dope, and then we'll just go back to the drawing board. I mean, not everything I do is great. Not everybody. Nope. We're not supposed to be loved by everything and everyone. We're not supposed to. But if you're here right now and you're watching it and you're listening to it, I'm assuming that you want to support. I'm assuming that you're here for a reason. Maybe you enjoy the content. I don't know. I appreciate you, though. Just hit and play. Again, I'll be at a bar named Sue, 8136 South State Street, March 18th for UFC 286. So come on out. It'll be a lot of fun. And go check out Unrestricted with DJ 150 Proof. That was a lot of fun. He is a DJ born from out of Long Island, New York. He got his DJing debut from out of there. I mean, he come from the same spot as Rakim, legendary Rakim. Yeah, I mean, a lot of history there, especially hip hop, that we jump into. And along with that, we talk about his experience with 9/11, the devastating day that turned our nation upside down. And he talks about how New York recovered from that. And it actually might surprise you what actually made New York actually have a sign of relief. Go check that out. That's out right now as well. YouTube gang, thank you, man. We're still running those numbers up. We're about 20 subscribers away from 1,000. And once we hit that 1,000, it's going down. I'm going to have a giveaway. We hit 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a giveaway. All right, so make sure you go hit that subscribe button if you haven't. Share with a friend, and I hope you all have the day you deserve. Always protect your light. We out. Peace.